No way, guys. I can't believe this. The Little Mermaid, it's not doing good. Screen Rant says, The Little Mermaid bombs the Chinese box office reportedly after racist backlash. Caveat though, before we read this actually, let me give you an update on the US situation, domestic box office, if you didn't know about that. Alright, so from Deadline, they say The Little Mermaid looks to bank more at the domestic box office ultimately than overseas, with $300 million to $350 million US/Canada to $260 million abroad. Adding, at that level, per finance sources offer reported $250 million production cost and $140 million global marketing spend. The Little Mermaid could very well break even. However, anything in the low $400 million global threshold, and this fish is apt to be sinking to a loss of around $20 million. They talk about it being a disappointment here, basically. Trying to say it's not a huge disappointment, though. All right, you ready for my hot take? If you are, consider liking and or subscribing, helps me out, and I think you'll enjoy that choice too. More content for you. But yeah, my hot take is when you're making a live action, like an update to a classic Disney film, anything disappointing is like magnified. After all, when you're using an iconic IP and you still fail, it's very telling. Well, on that note, back to Screen Rant and the China news. Per The Hollywood Reporter, the live-action Little Mermaid has bombed in China, reportedly after significant racist backlash. The remake has only grossed $3.6 million in the 10 days following its premiere, the worst release out of any Disney live-action remakes to include Mulan, which received calls for a boycott. Prior to The Little Mermaid's release, China's government-affiliated The Global Times ran an editorial that criticized Disney and the film, claiming the studio has an agenda of forced inclusion, calling the storytelling choices lazy. But yeah, really convenient that no matter how bad the movie may actually be, they can now just be like, oh, you're racist if you don't like it. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a bit of racism in China regarding black people, straight up. That is a thing. But like I said, it's still awfully convenient that they can use that as defense now. Like, dude, your movie was just bad. It's just a cash grab. It's soulless. Get over yourself. You guys failed, and for good reason. Plus, another hot take, Disney doesn't care about black people. They have a history of racism, and now they're just using black people to try and cover themselves with virtue, fake virtue, and for ESG scores to make money off them. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you there.